every Olympics is different. But yeah, this one was definitely, I'd say, the most challenging from a mental side, from a physical side. This is the first time tonight that I've really thrown hard since last September, and so the elbow has really lingered. I did some, I don't want to say permanent damage, some long-lasting damage though, just in preparation for Paris Olympics, so kind of being the Olympics through it, but then paid the price for it through October, November, December, January, and so didn't really start to see progress until May. So it was just a bit of a nightmare in terms of getting the elbow healthy, and so finally in like May, June started to see progress, but it was like one baby step forward and make sure we didn't take 2 steps back. So it's been limited to 6 throws a couple times a week. So not an all ideal preparation. And so I got a lot of questions of what kind of shape I was coming in to World Champs with, and really didn't know because the weight room numbers were okay on the things that I could train, but then really didn't know what my throws were at, and so decided to kind of trust that when I got in the ring I could still hit the shot like I used to. Was a little concerned around 1 because I really thought that was a good throw. Seeing it land at 2140, it was like, oh, that's not. I was hoping that was going to be like 2240. So kind of had to take a step back and just try and build. But really, really proud of how I executed given the preparation for this. And yeah, at 32, qualifying final same day is a little bit of a challenge for sure. We're probably pushing 20,000 plus steps today, so hopefully they quit doing that for next World Champs and especially for 28 Olympics.
Ryan, was your elbow in pain when you were throwing today?
It was. I think it'll be real sore tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, it was a little bit worse than I had hoped because I haven't been pain-free, and I haven't really expected to be pain-free, but like it's been doing better. But that first throw, I was like, okay, yeah, it still hurts to throw hard. So. Yeah, hopefully continue with. I've at least seeing progress now, so hopefully we continue with the progress because I had an MRI in May that they injected it with contrast and went in 15 minutes later, did the MRI, and all the contrast had leaked down my forearm. So I had a fully compromised elbow capsule, so no synovial fluid, no lubrication in that joint. So I had thrown like that for a long time, and so did some damage to the joint. So PRP injection into the intracapsule has helped, but it's been a slow process. So phase 1 was getting the elbow to close and having a joint that actually functions instead of just a dry, creaky elbow. And so it's been a long process for sure. So hopefully continue. At least we're trending in the right direction, and kind of did hopefully minimal long-term damage to the elbow during the last year.
How did you feel during the competition? I mean, did you take one throw at a time and just kind of say, this is what the other guys are doing? Or?
Yeah, so it was one of those comps where I felt like I was learning a lot each round, and kind of I always say that you can make mistakes in the comp, just don't make the same mistake twice. And I felt like you could kind of see that as I went through the rounds, and so it was not a technical masterpiece by any means, but just kind of worked my way through it. It's difficult when you're making technical mistakes and not trying to be perfect and really execute well and lose that kind of, I call it a smash factor at the end of the day. Like, you still have to hit the ball hard. So it was a combination of make a technical improvement and staying aggressive, and not pursuing that perfect throw when I don't know if it was really there tonight. And also don't have that big engine that I would hope to just be able to get in and hit the ball. So I did have to make technical cues or technical improvements, and did have to try and polish some things while at the same time staying aggressive. And so, yeah, I felt those guys pushing me, especially in round 5. I mean, you saw a lot of movement in round 5, and so really proud of how I responded there. I felt like it kind of took a little bit of movement to just get me going mentally. There was an interesting World Champs just in that usually you're kind of struggling to stay calm and mellow. And that, especially at a season opener, that's usually the challenge. And combining season opener with World Champs, I was doing a lot of preparation, just make sure I was calm and mellow. And so I felt like I did that really well, but almost maybe a little bit too much, focusing on my breathing, lowering my heart rate, where I needed that little bit of anxiety to get the adrenaline going and actually hit a shot really hard, which I did in round 5.
Ryan, would you have a bet on yourself tonight, knowing what you know?
Great question. It's really tough. Really tough to say because I really haven't thrown hard. So it was in round 1. I was like, at that point maybe not so much because I thought that throw was good. But yeah, it's really a tough one to say because I just didn't know what kind of shape I was in coming into tonight because yeah, haven't thrown hard. Really haven't seen a ball go much more than 20 meters in training, and so just wasn't sure what was going to be in the tank tonight.
What was your, if you were to like rate from 1 to 100, your pain, like compared to what you've been through all for the last year? Where were you tonight?
Yeah, I mean, earlier in the year, like the least painful throw would be like a 6 out of 10, and the most painful was like a 9 out of 10. So pretty much just unthrowable. Where tonight was better, I'd say I was like 3 or 4 out of 10. There's a couple bad throws in there that hurt it a little more. Usually, especially with the elbow, like you're throwing well, the energy transfers into the ball, you get a nice release off the hand, and it's efficient. It's the bad throws are the ones that hurt because you get a little low in the palm and you snap that elbow and hyperextend. So that held true tonight.
Do you see yourself